so much. Come on in. We're going to get to chatting and talking. I am running behind, but I am here, friends. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to get started in just a few minutes as we get ready to go live. Go live with ease, confidence, and how to know how to be effective in your life journey. So let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for the like. Who is joining me? I appreciate you joining me already. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Michelle. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. As you can tell, I am running behind, and this is becoming habitual now. So I got to figure this out. But I'm still going at it. I'm still going at it. As you can tell, my followers is increasing slowly, but yeah. I'm still staying at it though. This is my commitment to do both platforms and make sure I'm being consistent here as well as doing TikTok. So it is all good. Let's see. Thank you so much, friend. And I got a schedule. I don't know if you got my email. I got a schedule for chatting Friday morning. Hey, pals. How are you, friend? How are you? How's everything going? Are you on the train, on the subway? I miss New York in the mornings when I stayed there in the summer. It was such a good energy. You already know what I'm going to say about that. What you mean about what the consistency? I did it. It's on my schedule. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes. So yeah, the consistency is a thing I'm staying true to. And the office you got here. Oh, and the office got here at 7:30. Ooh, why so early? We're on the same time zone. I'm 7:30. Good morning. It says good morning, pals. 7:30. What in the world? Why 7:30? About my growth. It's good. It's doing well. That's good. I'm pleased with it. I have to admit I am pleased with it. I'm not expecting anything greater, especially with what I'm doing, how I'm doing things. If I expected more, I need to do more. That's it. That's the way I see it. If you expect more, then I need to change my behaviors. I want to get here early to work on my brand, but dang, train delays. Oh, really? Oh, gosh, that's the other thing. He said, I'm so excited for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Pal said hello as well. So, yeah, I appreciate that. Like I said, if what you put in is what you should expect to get out. And so I'm putting in, to me, just a little bit. Obviously what I'm doing is something, but it's not ideal and it should be more. It is well past time to be creating your content. Yes, yes. So I have to kind of figure that out. Content creation, and we've been talking about that quite a bit on TikTok lately. The content creation you can't ignore. If you want growth, if you want to see more, you have to do more. So yeah. Hello, good morning, friends. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my live, and I don't know if I just saw people come in or not, but if you're new to my live, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're chatting in the chat right now. So feel free to connect. My moderator, yes, Michelle Crochets. She is also here, so you can connect with her if you're looking for YouTube optimization tips and strategy. She's a great person to connect with. So definitely follow her, subscribe to her so that you can get great resources and information from her. She does discovery calls and she can help you with building your brand here on YouTube. In the meantime, I am a Creator Network agency. My name is Dr. Lisa, and I'm a Creator Network agency on TikTok. So I talk all things TikTok, but I talk about live streaming in general so that you can be effective with reaching your audience and monetizing on the app, TikTok in particular. So let me know if you have any questions. Put that in the chat. Housekeeping rules. This is a channel and a live stream for 18 years and older. We're talking about monetizing and live streaming. So you have to be 18 years specifically on TikTok, but you have to be 18 years old. So make sure you're 18, and if not, I would suggest going to another live. And then when it comes to keeping us on topic, professional channel, so make sure that you are talking all things live streaming and asking questions. So let me know if there's questions. I appreciate you all. Let me know how I can support, and we're gonna get to talking. I typically, well, what I'm gonna do is live stream on TikTok. So this, because I have my phone here, this is going to be a playlist. I released some videos earlier this week for you guys to review based on the live streaming that we did over the last few weeks. And So it's content there. There's some stuff for you to go watch. Please do watch it. We're going to try to increase viewership and by watching the content that's out there. And I need to produce more content, but you guys definitely have these as playlists. And if there's any questions that you have, feel free to message me. I do respond to my messages. So let me know if you have any questions. If you see something there that you're curious about or you don't quite understand, I'm happy to answer those questions. And I'm happy to answer them in real time. So if you're here, you have questions, that's totally fine as well. Um, and then finally, make sure again that you like, comment, and subscribe because that's the whole goal. We want to build a bigger community here. So feel free to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you can get notifications of when I post content and when I go live. Okay? All right, friends. We are going to go over into the TikTok side of the streets so that we can chat over there a little bit. And I am going to particularly, we'll talk a little bit more about we spent some time yesterday talking about content a little bit more. We talked about mindset. We talked about a little bit about shop, but it was in the context of creating content. So there's some different things we can explore today. I probably will stick a little bit more on mindset as well as and maybe talk a little bit about shop because I know that's kind of impacting people's lives right now in terms of the shoppable lives and how you can get some more viewership. And then I have people who are in the agency that don't have shop yet. So I'm using that as another way to say, okay, if you're going to engage on this app, just understand what's happening right now. So we're on the fall deals. You see it on TV where all the other competitors are talking about their deals right now. So is TikTok. Okay. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as well. So a lot of conversations happening in terms of how lives are not getting the same viewership. And again, it has to do with how TikTok is looking at um, how they're prioritizing the shop deals, the shop, TikTok shop right now. Okay, so I say that because I know that's important for people to understand. And let's see. I'll put a couple of products in the shopping cart just so that we can talk about them. And we'll leave that there. And as I okay, and as I get started, I'll probably I think they added some more cart products. TikTok always does that, add more products in my cart. They just did it on me. Let me remove them real quick. It's like TikTok, be nice. It's like add these other products too. So I gotta take them out, y'all. Doc, are you still host your TikTok shop? Do I still host it? What do you mean in terms of doing shoppable content over there? Shoppable lives, you mean, in content? No. I think the last thing I posted was in the month of August. I don't think I did anything in September beyond showing shop on my live here. Um, so yeah, I didn't do anything in August. I didn't do any, I mean, I'm sorry, in September. We're now in October. So yeah, August might have been the last time I posted something. Actually, I had to post something because I got a free sample. So you gotta be mindful about samples. Once you get samples, there's a clock ticking. You got 14 days to post. So I had to post something and I think I did it on the very last day. So it was like mid-August or so. But I had just gotten it right before the agency approval happened. So it was something that was like, excuse me, waiting for me to officially post about it. So I had to do that. So no, to answer your question, I have not been over there as much as I should be and could be. And I think that needs to change. But like I said, I have not had a chance to kind of come up for air yet. So that does need to change. And I really should do it sometime in this October, a little bit in November and December as well because of Q4. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk all things live. Let me know if you have any questions. The beauty is that you now know about shop. Yes, and all things. I do. I do. Yes, that I had a lot of great training. Hello, Cheryl. How are you, friend? Thank you for joining so quickly. How are you, friend? Appreciate the support. Great day. How's everything going, friend? Thank you so much for jumping in right away. I I'm gonna get to talking and chatting. Oh, thank you for grabbing that daily heart me. I'm gonna share out my live. Let's see, let me and feel free to share it out as well. I appreciate all the support. How you doing, TC? What is it, T Clifford? Thank you so much for joining as well. I appreciate you. Let me know if you have any questions, friend. So we're gonna share out my live. Let's share this out now. And I have some housekeeping stuff I need to do after this. Kim, how are you? Thank you so much. Welcome to the live, friends. So give me a second. Um, let's see. I'm setting up my live. Thank you all for popping in. Appreciate you all coming through. All right, Kim, how's everything going? Hey, friend, how's everything going? Are you stateside yet? I know you were looking to travel soon. I don't know if you're stateside or did you come and go already? Blessings to you, sister. Oh, appreciate you, friend. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know, Kim, if you're safe side. How's everything going for you, T Clifford? Thank you so much. Everything good. Yes, I'm stateside. Are you? How long you been in the States? How are you? I'm doing well. Doing well. Yeah, I'm a little tired today, but that's okay. I Today we were just this is just background information. My son, I walk into school, so it's mile out, mile back. So I do 2 miles, and I wear a weight vest. And I think I haven't done it because it's been raining every morning for like, well, Friday we didn't do it, and Monday we didn't do it. So all the weekend, and so I think it caught up with me today. I was like, ooh, I'm back to my routine, and I felt every bit of it. So so that's what it was. You said 1 week. Okay, great, great. Let me know if you want to check on it. If you're gonna be, how long you're gonna be stateside, because maybe we can check and see if things change for you. All is well down here in Georgia. Is it so Georgia? Did you guys get that storm? Good morning, Hallie Q. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. Thank you for the populars as well, Kim. I appreciate that. And so we'll get some more of our friends in the room. Let's see. Let me see what my sound looks like. I'm gonna do a cheer sound. It is. It is loud. Hello, friend. How you doing, friend? Yeah, now now we did. Okay. Yeah, our system kind of rolled through you all. I'm in Florida. So yeah, you guys got what we got then. For about 2 weeks before I leave. Ooh, okay. So we'll see. I mean, maybe before you leave, maybe we can check and see if anything changed, if they will approve. But I think you need at least 30 days. I think that's the rule. So we'll see if anything changes. Dr. Peg, Dr. Michelle, thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you. Oh, thanks so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. How you doing, Jess? I see you coming in as well. How's everything going? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate you coming in. Let's make sure we stay focused on the topic at hand. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming in. Want to make sure we don't have any people disrupting the flow. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you for the shares. Um, so I see all people coming in. Thank you all for joining the live. If you are new to my live, let me know. Put it in the chat. And if you are still learning and growing and trying to figure this thing out, let me know that as well, because I want to make sure I'm answering questions. And then my friends who have joined the agency that are slowly going live, getting their live journey going, let me know how I can support you. I want to see if we can get you to go live at least once a week to just start getting a rhythm. You said still learning. So Kim, so you were going live regularly though. You had started picking up the pace a little bit. I think you had talked about that. Welcome to the agency. I think so. Thank you so much, Holly Q. I think so. I think that was the case where you had started picking up your live journey as well. So we'll talk about that. I do actually have the shopping cart on, so you'll see some people coming. I've gone live 4 times. Joe, let me clap for that. Good job, friend. So what are you doing? A challenge for yourself? Like you're going throughout a month? You're going daily? Is that what's happening? Um, Let me know if that's the case. Also battling now. Look at you. Awesome, Kim. That's great. Yeah, the battling thing, we have kind of started dipping our toes in it, and people are learning how to do it, and it's a fun time. It's a really fun time. You guys, I get to laugh hysterically at some of the antics that happen in these lives because a lot of people are still new and learning. And gosh, Sunday was so funny to me. I think I hadn't laughed that hard in a while because of some of the antics that happened. So it was a few people popped in on some lives that shouldn't have been pulled up, or they accidentally pulled people into their lives, and they pulled up some characters, some straight characters. So it was so funny. And so you got to be careful who you see and who you meet in these random battles. But it was really funny. Yes, building community, talking all things Jamaica. Look at you! I love it. That is awesome. So okay, so Jamaica is your homestead, and you come back in the States because you have family here. Is that kind of why the back and forth is happening? I'm assuming that's the case. But you are located in Jamaica in terms of where you're from and where you primarily live. All right, friends, thank you all coming in. We're going to talk a little bit about TikTok Shop. I always say you want to make sure you are using that, particularly this time of year. So I'll share some information about TikTok Shop. Like I said, I do have, thank you so much, Clifford, for the populars. Yes, home now. Still have a biz in Atlanta. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, friend. Nice. So you are traveling back and forth. That's beautiful. That is awesome. So for those who are new to me, what I typically do is say let's like the live, share the live. I left the U.S. 3 years ago. Gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. So yeah, so yeah, so traveling back and forth. I know that's an interesting process too for being able to care for your business here too. So let's do this. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the shopping cart because I know some of you are using it, and it's funny. Hey Janine, how are you, friend? Good to see you yesterday. It was interesting because I know it can be confusing until you actually use it. Okay, so we will talk about that. Because when you use it, then it's like, okay, now, now what? And now you're trying to figure out all the things to go with it. So there's a couple things I was going to point out in today's discussion, just so that you guys know how to actively use it, how to hopefully take advantage of this time of year, because this is an interesting time for TikTok. If you're paying attention to any of the commercials, everybody's doing their fall deals. Okay, everybody, whether it's that the Zon or Target or any of the other locations, Walmart, all of them have some type of deal that they're advertising, and so does TikTok. Okay, so because we're in this fall deals phase, traffic is being driven to TikTok Shop. So you'll see your focus and attention on your live is probably going to be trending a little bit down unless you try to leverage the shopping cart. Okay, Janine, good morning. How you doing? Was it Muku Select? Muku Select? I think that's it. Muku Select. Let me know if I said that right, friend. So optimize it. Thank you for the donuts as well. I appreciate you all. Good morning. How you doing? Tiny Stiletto. You know what, you friend, you were live when I was live. Thank you for viewing the products too. You were live when I was live yesterday, and I want to pop in on your live. Tiny Stiletto, let's chat. Let's chat, friend, because I want to make sure as you are getting a lot of traffic, a lot of views on your live, we're probably going to have to think about a couple little tips to kind of get more engagement. Okay, so that's the next step. So you got the views, you need the engagement. So we're going to talk through some strategies for you, okay, friend? But maybe send me a message and we can figure out a time to do like a quick one-on-one. All right. All right, friends. Good morning, E-Nurse. How are you? Come on in, friends. Appreciate everybody being here. Dr. Trish, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. I got your message as well, Dr. Trish. I didn't get a chance to respond back, but it sounds like a smile, like a fire. Sounds good. Is that what it is? Morning. Good morning. All right. So D, how are you, friend? Come on in as well. So Muku, I would not have guessed that. Muku. Muku. Okay. Muku Select. Okay, what is that, like a brand name? Is that a business name? Hey, yeah, y'all. Yes. Tap, tap, tap. Appreciate you. Yeah, yeah, okay, perfect. We'll connect then. Thank you all for joining the live. I appreciate everybody coming in. So we're going to talk a little bit about engagement in the live. We're going to talk about the shopping cart because I do have it activated. So you guys will see there are products in there. And then let me know if you're new to my live, just go ahead and put in the chat that you're new. So we'll talk. For any questions that you have, feel free to put in the chat. And then Dr. Trish, I did get your message. Um, let's chat too. I'm gonna see if I can do something. I didn't get a chance to do it yet, but I think I'm gonna do a quick search for your topic because I wanna just see something because I know you said engagement and options were limited, so we're gonna have to probably think through some other terms, search term. Muku, aka 3X Essentials. Yes, yes, yes. I remember 3X, but I didn't know what the Muku stood for. Hello, friends coming in. How you doing, the voice guru? Appreciate you, friend. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you all. So make sure you are liking the live and sharing the live as you come in as well. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the donuts and the popular votes as well. So, and thank you for all the shares and the reposts, friend. Okay, so a couple things you want to keep in mind. So shopping cart is on. Here's the deal with the shopping cart. And the reason why I did this today is because I was with someone yesterday who had her shopping cart on. However, she didn't realize it was actually activated. So the shopping cart is there. As a live host, you don't see what your viewers see. Your viewers see your products that are in there. They see the number that they have. So I'm going to show you guys on my page. So when I think about it, there's one thing that you can actually see as a live host to know this definitively that you are live. Right up here, it'll say shop ranking. So it's going to switch in a second. It'll say shopping ranking. Okay. Instead of normally it says like popular vote, I think is there. The daily ranking's still there, but it normally says popular vote. Thank you so much. How you doing, NYC Vic? Appreciate you. Hey, Coach Chantel, thank you for coming in as well. Thank you for the likes. But your viewers, they see a shopping cart with how many products you have in there. So they see that in that right corner. You all should see that in the right corner. Hey, Coach, how are you? So that's what you see. Now, as a live host, I don't see that. I don't see that number. That's not even where my shopping cart is. Okay? So when you have your shopping cart activated, right in the center of your screen, the bottom line is that shopping bag. If that shopping bag is on, or if you have a shopping bag, let me say that, then 9 times out of 10, that is on for your viewers and there's products in it. Okay? So it's okay to have it on. Thank you all for the shares. Hello, good morning. I'm here to learn. Thank you so much, me. Appreciate you coming in. Just got my tapper. Did you really? Okay. Okay. Because I'm actually, just as you guys know, I have it over here. So I have it. So it is there and on. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. And so just know, hello, good morning. How you doing, Cornelius? Yes, good to know. Yes, absolutely. So again, let me start from the beginning. TikTok during this time of the year, I started this conversation by saying, as you guys can tell, if you cut on your television, network television, not Netflix or anything else, if you turn on your television, all you're gonna see is different commercials for the fall deals, the Prime deal, the Target circles, all those deals that they have right now. Okay, TikTok's no different. I'm doing well. How are you doing? I'm doing well, friend. Appreciate you asking. So TikTok's no different. Right now, we're doing the fall deals campaign. So that's what's happening, the fall deals. And because we are what's called quarter four, okay, this is quarter four. There's 4 quarters in a year. We're in quarter four, seasonal promotions. Yep, that's what's happening. So the seasonal promotion, but we're now in this holiday phase. So it's not going to stop. It don't stop until early next year. Actually, they have something going on yearly, all year round. There's some type of promotion happening. But this is the big one. This is when all the sales. This is, I mean, we all know this, nationally that the holiday season is the biggest shopping season of the year. So because of that, TikTok is also, we're in the holiday season. There's no different. TikTok just gave me the flash go. Let's put this up. This is the Love you so much. Love you so much is what's out there right now. It's one per person. If you could support the flash goal, I really would appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Is one I love you so much hand puff. So thank you, friends, for supporting. I appreciate that. And so because we're in this fourth quarter, all the traffic, if you are a live host, you got to be strategic. You got to play the game a little bit. You got to make sure you're getting the same visibility and maybe even a bigger, broader reach as well. So that's part of what's happening. So depending on your live stream, depending on what's happening, TikTok is saying, okay, well, I'm going to divert traffic. The traffic is going to be diverted to people who are doing shoppable lives, people who are engaging in selling and promoting products, because this is quarter four. All right. So if you have TikTok shop access and you're like, okay, you know what? Let me play the game a little bit because I want to make sure that there is visibility on my topic. So how do I then also engage in this way? I see they changed the lanes. Yeah, yeah, they absolutely did. They did. There's a shift that's happening. And it really did kick off in this month of October. That's when you saw the change happen because they started the fall deals campaign, and from this point forward, because we're here now, October, November, December, traffic will be diverted to TikTok shop. Okay, so now you have to kind of see, okay, well, what do I want to do? Do I want to add some products to my showcase that align with my topic that can help people? Maybe I'll pin a few products here and there, but I want to activate and turn on my shopping cart. So again, I get that visibility. And then you guys know we talked about this, and we talked about this in our Zoom meeting on Sunday, and I talk about it, pretty frequently in terms of making sure you set goals for yourself. And if you have a goal for yourself that you've set, how do you make sure that's achievable? So for me, I set a goal for just building up my community, making sure that I have more visibility. And I'm like, okay, before the year's out, well, what does it look like for me to pick up some additional followers and make and build my community in that way? And so I'm being intentional in that as well. So you want to make sure that you're seeing, you're engaging with content, you're coming to your live stream, you're showing up, and then ideally you're able to get more visibility because of right now taking advantage of the shopping cart. Okay? So not that you have to spend your whole life talking about shop. Don't get me wrong. I didn't say that. But there's a way to do it and make it seamless. And having the shopping cart on anyway is going to get you a little bit more visibility. But if you are picking products to put in there that align with your topic, that's even better. Okay. So being intentional about the products that you put in there too. And not that you have to spend a lot of time talking about any one product, but it could be helpful to say, okay, hey guys, if you guys click my shopping cart, you'll see where I have products for beginners when it comes to being a TikTok live host. Things that you need, the essentials, the light, the cord, the tapper, those type of essentials. And I have my gum in there to keep me alert. So just things that people will see the connection, but you don't even have to do that much. You can say the cart there. But if you click someone's photo up here as a live host, they now have it, and this is fairly new. If you click my photo right now, you will see very clearly at the bottom, it has my showcase. It has all my products. You said, I ordered my gum. I'm still waiting for it. When'd you order your gum? Your neural gum, you ordered it. The gum hasn't come yet. The neural gum, actually, so I reordered my pack. This is the cinnamon flavor. I reordered it, and it took about a week to get. And this one in particular is like really popular, so I think they restock pretty often. So I think there is a lag when it comes to that flavor. The other one came pretty quickly though, the other flavor. Um, you said I got, oh, you say you connecting with people. Perfect, perfect. So yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, and let me say this about TikTok Shop. Let me just be honest about how TikTok Shop operates. In my opinion, they are trying to still work on the supply chain and making sure products can get here in the US pretty quickly. So do I feel like the Zon is faster? Yes, definitely faster. Faster probably by like 2 to 3 days. They still have an edge, in my opinion. It's not terribly bad, but they definitely have the upper hand in terms of getting your stuff quickly. Because I think we've gotten used to the Zon being so fast, next day, sometimes same day. But for all intents purposes, you know, TikTok is like regular shipping. Okay, you have 18 products. I have 18 products in my showcase. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, my showcase. Because what I have pinned in here, I just put 4. Yeah. So my showcase shows all my products, which, okay, yes. Okay. So which you could do, like, again, the shopping cart is fine to turn on and you have a few products there. Or if you wanted to, you could have all your products there. And there are people who do that. They put all their products there. But again, I'm one of those people who I'll have it activated instead of having people like scroll through a lot of stuff that may or may not be relevant to the live stream. I just put things that I think are more relevant, some things that I wouldn't mind pinning and talking about, as opposed to pointing people to my showcase. But again, I tell you, the showcase feature for people to get to it pretty quickly in the live stream is new. That's a newer feature. So you do have that option now. Okay. Okay, I was like the Zon. I get it now. I get it now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Um, so just keep that in mind. Recognizing how you don't always, Angie. Thank you so much for being here. So as you're thinking about adding a product here, you can pin a product and you can start talking about it. If you see that red push pin in your bag, so your viewers don't see that. Now I'm talking about from the live host view. Your viewers do not see that. But if you see that red push pin in the bag, that means you have a product pinned, and maybe even you don't see that it's pinned, but that push pin tells you that. And your audience, technically, they see it pinned on their page. So I'm going to show you guys that in a second. So we should not say, I try not to say too many words because TikTok is jealous. So that's what I tell people. There's a little bit of a jealousy. They don't want you to seem as if you're pushing people off the app. So you got to be careful about when you start saying overusing some of those other platforms and stuff. However, if you turn on your content disclosure or turn on a board, it automatically turns it on. So you do have a little bit more flexibility and leeway to say things. But I try not to overuse words. So you'll see people, now some people have gotten dinged because the nature of their room, maybe their room is a bro room, and they're saying the word follow or link or something like that. Overuse of it. TikTok's like, no. Or it's the fact that the way they said it, how they phrased it. I don't want to give an example, but if you're telling people in a very direct way, TikTok's like, wait a minute, that's not appropriate. And so you can get in trouble for that. So just know you got to be careful about how you say things and what you say. Okay? Thank you, friends, for coming in. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're new to my room, put it in the chat. Thank you, Peggy, for following the live host. I appreciate you. Definitely, if you're new and haven't been here, give me a follow so you can keep up with me. One of the things I tell people to do is if you click my profile, you can see where you can click the bell, set the bell, and that way you'll get notifications when I go live. And then if you click my photo twice on my main profile, there is a bell in the top corner. And you can see when I post content and when I go live as well. So you want to get in the habit of telling your viewers. I call that, how you doing, Miss Darlene? I see you coming in unwritten, unstoppable. Appreciate you coming in, friend. I tell people you want to do those call to actions all the time. So that's a quick tip for my newbies in the room. If you're trying to figure out how do you get people to engage, you want to give those call to action so people know, okay, here's some things I can do to support. I do have the flash goal. I'm going to pin it again. I do have the flash goal. Nice. Yeah. So feel free to support if you have not given. I love you so much, Puff. That is the flash goal. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you all supporting the flash goal that we have out right now. Thank you for the help. And it's 1 per person, so we need 6 more people. I appreciate you all supporting. All right, so let's do this. We are going to show a product. I'm gonna pin it real quick. Just pin something so you guys can see it. And I want to show you real quick because I'm going to pin this. And overall, thank you so much for the follow, friends. I appreciate you all coming in. overall, let's see, let's pin, we'll pin the light because I have that charge right now. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay. So what you guys see currently right now is that the product is pinned on your screen. As a live host, I see the product pinned on my screen. I also see that there is a push pin. It's like a red push pin that is in my shopping bag. You want to pay attention to that, okay? Because that is your indicator that, okay, right now, TikTok has that push pin in there. TikTok is saying, I have a product pinned. I can unpin this product because there's clearly a little symbol to unpin, or I can exit out. There's a symbol to exit out this product too. If I don't click unpin and I decide to just exit off on the screen and I don't want to see that product anymore, that push pin is still in that shopping cart. And guess what? When that push pin is in the cart, you should be showing the product. Okay? Morning, how you doing, friend? Appreciate your product is not on my screen. I don't know why. Did you exit out? Let's see. Because here's what it looks like on my screen. That's what it looks like. It has the buy option. It has the fall deals option. It has the price. It has all that there, and you can purchase. Now on my screen as the live host, it doesn't have all these details. It doesn't have all that. It doesn't have the buy option. It doesn't have this little fall deal symbol. It doesn't have that. It has where it says buy for me as the live host, it says unpin. It doesn't say buy. It says unpin. So let me know. Anybody else don't see it on their page? Let me know if you don't see it. So let me know. And then let me do this. I'm going to unpin it. I'm going to repin it back. So when I unpin it, it just went away on my screen. So I'm going to repin it back. You said I see it. Yep, I'm going to repin it back. So now it's back. Okay? So let me know if you don't see it still. Okay, I see it now. Okay, perfect, perfect. So that product, because I pinned it, I have to show it. Okay? So keep that in mind. Whatever you pin, whatever's out here for you, you got to show it. Okay? TikTok's like, hey, where the product at? Now, as you could tell, when I didn't have anything pinned, I wasn't showing anything. I wasn't showing anything at all. And technically, I didn't have to. I could have went this whole live and never showed anything. In the traffic in the room would have gotten up a little bit. You guys are liking and sharing and doing all the things. TikTok's driving some traffic into the room. All that's happening. And I could have just went on with my conversation. But now that I'm showing it, now that I pinned it, I'm showing the product. That's important because TikTok will give you a violation for talking about something that's not relevant to the fact that you have this product pin and you should be talking about this product. Okay, so you got to be careful about that too. So look here. Let me show the light real quick. And it's a bright light. I'm gonna pin it real quick. So as you can tell, I'm gonna clip it to my phone. Let me move my phone up so I can clip it. And you guys can already see that the lighting has improved in the room. Hello, Bia. How are you, friend? And so you can tell already. So it gives a lot more light glow. I do have my stage lights on so you can see the difference. I'm gonna turn them off so you can see the stage lights went off. So it still has a great illumination to the room. So you can tell the difference. And then I could even turn it down some more or tilt it a little bit more. So again, it shows you, has that bright light and it goes into different shades. You can have white light, you can have the soft light, and then you can have the mixture. I usually keep it on the mixture. And then you can turn it down if you needed to, if it was too bright in your face, or you can turn it up. And then it clips really wide. It's a nice wide clip, or I can clip it to my monitor, which is probably about that wide. Or I can put it on my laptop, or I can clip it to my phone, and it's pretty sturdy. You can tilt it forward. You can tighten it if you needed to. So all that's there. You can unscrew it and make it horizontal. You have that option there to make it horizontal as well. So all that. I have a, what did you say? I have a light. like that and love it. Yes, Natty Nat, it is great. This is a great one. So just know if you're looking for some additional lighting, and I'll say this: the four things that I tell people to pay attention to. I'm gonna cut this light off. The four things I tell people to pay attention to when you start your live journey, when it comes to just technical things you want to pay attention to: lighting, sound, internet, okay, and then overall, background, the other things that you have going on, like your physical space. Those are the things you want to pay attention to in terms of just your setup, okay? So when you think about your setup, light, sound, your internet connectivity, and then your physical background and space, okay? Those are the four essential things. And so lighting is most important. What I would put it kind of at the top of my list, because essentially if they can't see you, if it's not good lighting, there's a problem. But TikTok also, so two things you need to be aware of. TikTok says, okay, well, wait a minute. I need for you guys. Hello, Yolanda. Thank you all for coming in. I see you all. Coach Chantel, did I say hi? Holly Q, I see you as well. Thank you so much. In case anyone is shopping, I heard that. Appreciate your friend. Um, and so when it comes to lighting, TikTok has a message that says a well lit space is needed. So look at you, leveled up to 7. Awesome. So TikTok tells you very clearly your space needs to be well lit. You'll get a warning, like this little message, not a warning, but it's like a little indicator that says, okay, you don't have good lighting right now. That's what's happening. So just kind of pay attention to that one. And then the other thing that they did is kind of with the newer community guidelines, they've increased a little bit more when it comes to. I just got a new mini wireless lavalier mic set. Oh, did you? Dot TT will tell you to fix lighting. Yes, it will. So the new thing that they've done, they gave a violation now for static images and low quality visibility. So essentially low lighting. Okay? So you can't sit in a live and be in the dark and have no movement. So they're like movement you need, no static images, movement and lighting. Okay? So that's something you want to keep in mind. So you want to have quality lighting. You want to make sure that you can improve your lighting as much as possible so that again TikTok wants to see you, okay, see you clearly, and so does your viewers, okay. So you want to be intentional about how you have your room set up. The mic, like Hallie Q said, is so important. Sound quality, you got to be able to, people got to be able to hear you. And so now because I'm an agency, I can see and hear you guys on my system. And some of you guys probably do need to think about your sound quality, lighting and sound quality. So that's what I would say too. There's a sound quality. And then like we said, you can't stream well if you don't have quality internet. Okay? So streaming is compromised if your internet's poor. Hey, wellness girl, how are you, friend? I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Dennis, thank you so much for being here as well. So just think about that. So I said lighting, sound, internet quality. Internet, just audio is so important. Yes, people love my mic and changes colors. Yes. You know what? I've been so tempted. I have to figure mine out. I have that little podcast mic as well. I use my phone, which has been fine, but I have that podcast mic as well. And because of that, audio is everything. It is. Look at you, voice guru. She said audio is everything. I love it. Because I have I use my phone, I would have to figure out how to attach it, how to use it if I was gonna go there with it. But yeah, so I agree. I agree. Voice guru, I agree, friend. Sound audio is everything. You said I know you prioritize it over the lighting in the internet. But it's important. So you guys got to make sure you do have the best sound quality because people need to hear you. The voice that knows. I know. So and no, her the voice guru. She is truly that. Did you get a flash go? I did, and I think I don't know if I met it. I don't think I did. I did, and I don't know. Did I meet it? Do anybody know if I met it? I looked and it was 3 that was left, but I totally forgot to say it again. It was the heart, the love you so much heart puffs, the little heart squeeze thing. Um, so what was I about to say? Do you recommend using a mic all the time? So here's my take on a mic, and I didn't have it. I don't have it pinned. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna. Let me show it in a second. I'm gonna show it once I unpin this. But I do have a mic in here, and I need to charge it, so I can't demonstrate it right now. Um, I I like a good quality sound. I had a mic when I used it on the indoors. It moved a little bit, so you have that scratchiness that was happening. So it was a little scratchiness in my audio. And so I got a new microphone. I need to try it out. I probably should test it. I saw your little eyes, Nika Grace. Your little eyeballs. She's teasing me because I don't have it charged. I just got a good mini lavalier mic, and you all. Hold on. I keep set in my car, kitchen, and office. Car is important. I'm gonna say that real quick, just because. Have an awesome day, everyone. Time for me. Okay, thank you so much, e-nurse. Um, so what I will say is that the microphone that I had at first, it was okay. Let me unpin this product. I'm gonna unpin it for a second because I want to talk. Because TikTok be like, "What you talking about a microphone and you holding a light?" So, so I gotta make sure I stay in TikTok's good graces because they will randomly pop up like, "Oh, what you doing? What's going on?" Good morning, everyone. How you doing? A better tomorrow. I appreciate you. No one wants to hear all internal car noise. Exactly, exactly. I have a magnetic mic since I move around. It stays in place every even upside down. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's right, because you are doing the yoga poses. That's true. So I just got this one. This is the Maono mic, and I have not connected it. But I was gonna say thank you for the follow, friend. I appreciate you. A better tomorrow. You said they go hard. The mic that I originally had, it was a little scratchy. It was like a little scratchy mic. So I was like, so I end up upgrading, and so I need to try it. But I was gonna say the mic is good, really, if you are, especially if you're somebody who's outdoors and you're outdoors, you're doing some walking, talking type of content, or you're in your car, so you don't have all the noise and the the outdoor noise that's interfering with your content creation. You need a mic for that because you need that noise cancellation. You do need a mic for that. I'm just gonna say that hands down. You know, with all, and then when you're doing something like Natty Nat or Coach Chantel, where they're doing yoga and fitness, you're not close enough to your phone audio. So you got to have a microphone so people can clearly hear you. Or I'm thinking about my friend Wellness Girl. She is doing the sound healing, and so she's making that noise. So you got to be able to hear her when she's talking over that. So microphones, I definitely agree that it's important depending on what you're doing. Now, because I'm right here next to my phone, I'm here close up, you guys can hear me pretty good. The room is not a larger room, so it's fine for what I'm doing. But a microphone could be helpful as well. There's not any background noise to be, conflicting with my sound as much either. But think about your location, think about what you're doing, and then make sure you have good sound quality. Okay, that's the one I just bought. It's good. Is it good? Okay, thank you for saying that. I have not used it. I have not officially used it. So yesterday I tried walking content, and a neighbor interrupted me. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, so yes, you had to cut your content, but that's good. Maybe you have little clips you can use. Treat it as B-roll. um, so what I was gonna say, thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you. Um, what I was gonna say about the sound too is just that as you're thinking about your sound hookup and stuff, obviously I'm very cognizant of charging because then again, if you're halfway through your live stream and your mic goes out, make sure you're charging. So I got to do better with my charging. I just kind of let things go, but you got to make sure it's charged, as well as again think about your positioning. And so if it's movement or what you're wearing causes too much movement, that can be interfering. So like I said, the first mic I had that great noise cancellation, which was awesome. I was outside, you hear planes flying over, you didn't hear any of that stuff in my content. However, it didn't move as much. For whatever reason, the noise cancellation didn't have any of the friction outdoors. I think something about the way my clothes was, it didn't work well. You said I got a dual mic. Okay, what's a dual mic? What's a dual mic? What does that mean? A dual mic. Interesting. TikTok also has a feature in here under more where you can remove background noise. So I have that turned on. I didn't even realize I had it turned on. But oh, two mics. Okay, gotcha. So it's two mics in one. Yeah, this is one. So it's two mics in one. So you're right. And so if you're doing like an interview, that person can have a microphone as well, or you can have a backup mic for just in case you don't have one charged. I love that. Um, the the noise cancel, the noise reduction that's here is it's helpful, I guess. I have it turned on, so so you can use, yeah, you're using it as a backup. So it allows viewers to hear your voice more clearly. So I have it turned on, so maybe that's helping because that's what that feature does. It allows for more clearer sound. You can toggle it on when you click the three dots with more, turn it on and see what happens. Especially if you're in a room where people, maybe there's some movement, maybe there's some foot traffic in terms of people transitioning to another room or something. Pets, if you have dogs or something, you might be able to turn that on so maybe that background noise isn't as prevalent. The background noise. Yep. Yep. So there's a feature. That's a newer feature. So people some people were saying it worked, some people were saying it wasn't working well. I just have it turned on. I was like, why not just keep it on? But I've been in this space, so I don't have the same um, you know, issues with background noise as some maybe another space would have, like if I was in a kitchen or another location. When it comes to the so lighting, sound, I was going to go back, I'm going to circle back to the internet real quick because the internet is critical. And I will tell you, much of the summer, and so when I have two phones, let me say, so what had happened is that I have this phone here. I end up getting this phone because um, I was having connectivity issues. And I was like, well, maybe it was the phone that was causing it. It's older. It was an iPhone 13. I was like, oh, it's older. We're now on the 16. Maybe there's some issues. Honestly, I think it was me. I think it was my internet connection. This is the iPhone. This is the 13 Pro. But what I'm on here is the 16 Pro. So I upgraded. So I upgraded this summer to the 16. Now they're about to do the 17. The 17 is about to come out. But I upgraded this summer to the 16. So here's what I think was happening. A couple things, and I kind of Googled this because it was still bothering me that I was still having issues with this phone. It was running hot, and it still is it running hot right now. It's still a little warm, so it still kind of runs hot. But um, I was turning on my network as opposed to being on my Wi-Fi in the house. So I had to kind of reboot it and recalibrate it so it picked up the Wi-Fi in the house. Thank you so much, Yolanda. And so that was something I was kind of missing out on. I didn't realize that. And so it was on the network quite a bit. So I needed to put it on the Wi-Fi. So that was one thing I needed to change. The other thing is that I had a lot of background browsers and other apps opened. And you know, I'm notorious for having things open and not closing out fully. So that was causing an issue where again, people weren't I wasn't closing those out, so my phone was overworking. And then when you stream, you're taking up a lot of energy and you know, bandwidth and stuff to stream. So again, you got to close some of those browsers. So I try to make a point to close browsers that I'm not using and to close some of those apps and just make my TikTok stream the priority. And so lately, knock on wood, my connection has been better. um, TikTok will still glitch me, don't get me wrong, and I think some of it is just TikTok being TikTok, but it's not, I don't think it's as much my connectivity issues I was having. So really what I was experiencing from like probably like May throughout the entire summer were because of my the browser, and the internet connection, and I was having so many browsers open. So pay attention to that. Make sure you close things out. Make sure you're being very intentional about what's happening in your home so that you're on Wi-Fi, reliable network, Wi-Fi network in your home or wherever you're streaming from, because it will mess with your live stream. We've had a couple creators where they were trying to be on locations and other places. It didn't work for them. It just, the stream was just compromised too much. So again, that's going to be so important for how you're able to be pushed out and not have it so glitchy, and then people can engage in your live stream fully because you keep freezing and stuff. So just keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Kim. Appreciate the shares. Everybody coming in, thank you so much for sharing out the live, liking the live as well. The fourth thing, let me just kind of go in there and that a little bit too, because I talked about it when it comes to four things you want to think about. So we talked about the internet. We talked about the lighting. We talked about your sound, your audio. We talked about the internet. And now we're going to talk about your background. Okay. So I think this is something you want to keep in mind in terms of what is the viewer seeing. And you guys can do your own research. Let's put in the chat, like, what is it, like, what type of backgrounds do you prefer? Do you well, let me ask this question. Do you pay attention to the background? Okay. So let's do a quick poll. Yes, you do. It's the smiley face. No, you don't. You just look at the person. Okay. Do you ever pay attention to the background? Are you paying attention, or does that not matter to you? You say yes. Yes. Somewhat. Somewhat. Okay. All right. So anybody else? Okay. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about background. You said so when it comes to the background, I mean, to me, it is part of your your live stream experience. Okay, it is part of it, whether you think it's not. I'm like, what I miss? That's what I'm asking. Do you pay attention to the background when you watch somebody's live stream? Is that something you just kind of ignore? It's not a big deal to you. So not a big deal is the sad face. Smiley face is like, yes, I pay attention. Like, um, and so what I'm saying is that it really is part of the experience. So if you're somebody, and like I said, if you're somebody who is in, like, I don't know, when you think about places, okay, I think like a kitchen can be good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a kitchen, what kind of experience are you presenting being in the kitchen? Like, is there a lot of stuff on your countertops? Can you see like all this other stuff in the background? People walking past in the kitchen. Like, that to me is distracting. Now that just may be me. Depends on if you are crafting, then no, but a kitchen, yes. You say yes. Now crafting, I'm gonna say this. If you are in a space and you're doing a craft, you want people to pay attention to your craft. So if you got a lot of stuff else going on in that space, I don't know, y'all. I don't know if that works for me. I think I need to be able to see what you're doing, because if I'm looking at all the other stuff on the walls or in the background and stuff, it takes me away from the live stream. Yes, I pay attention because I'm sometimes outside with indoors when indoors and I turn on all the lights. Yes. So okay, Miss Darlene, that's a great example because she does outdoors. And so obviously when you're outdoors, people are coming in for that experience. They're coming to your live stream and they're watching to see, oh, where's she at? Where's she going? What's going on? Where's that? When you went to the farmer's market, I was like, oh, look at the farmer's market. So all that was happening. He was talking about the wrestling and stuff. I was like, I want to see the wrestlers, but I was like, no, I probably shouldn't see the wrestlers. But just know, like, all that plays into your live stream. Oh yeah, that's true. But a clean craft room is not a real craft room. I know. He said that ain't a real craft room. I share my journal as a caregiver for my dad. Hello, daddy's girl. Appreciate your friend. Um, so yeah, so with that, think about your space. Your space matters. Hey lady, how you doing, Trixie? How you doing? I'm mixing up with Gigi. So when it comes to your space, now I've been in this space for the last few months, and it's easy for me because it's my office. I'm in this little it's a bedroom, but I'm in this little space where my desk is. You can see my setup. You see my little fake palm tree over here. All that is part of my aesthetic. Now, could I change my aesthetic? I probably could. I probably could stand to change it. Maybe, who knows, in the beginning of the year, I'll come and have a new background that I do. But ultimately, you bring an experience to your viewers. And you got to figure out how do you do that. So, like, for example, Janine, she brings this nice curated aesthetic background that is very neat and floral and peaceful. because guess what? She talking about money, y'all. She talking about budgeting. And so people want to look at her and just kind of take in everything she's saying because of her content. And she brings it in a nice, digestible way because of her background and what she's sharing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all that is part of this live stream experience. Hello, good morning, good morning. Thank you for the donuts, friends. So, as you're thinking about your space, as you're thinking about your lighting, your sound, your internet connection, all of it plays into it. That's just your setting. And then, obviously, you can talk about your topic and what you're doing and how you make it all relatable for folks. But it starts with your setup. It absolutely starts with your setup. And even before you even know all the different things you're going to do, you want to make sure you have a decent setup. Janine's background in lighting is noticeably good. Exactly. And it makes you stop. It makes you stop the scroll. Because you're like, hello, Dr. Clifford, thank you so much for being here. It makes you stop and look like, oh, what is she talking about? You're like leaning in, trying to figure out, oh, this sounds like a very inviting conversation. You said I stop every time. I know. It makes it very welcoming and inviting for you. So again, think about that. So for from a lighting perspective, from an aesthetics perspective, I love Wellness Girl. Now you can tell her setup is obviously because she's demonstrating or performing with her sound bowls. And so you see the bowls, they're nicely lined up, they're on this nice long table. And then she has a projector screen with the lighting that reflects. And you have this different lighting experience. And then she'll have an overlay that kind of gives you another type of experience too, with it being maybe very serene and tropical, or she'll have the night clouds and stuff up there. So again, she's giving you an experience. It's an experience because of her background, because of her lighting, because of what she's doing. Oh my God, Wellness Girl, hers is next level. I know it is. It is. It is. And so just recognize that plays into it. Yeah, I fall asleep every time. Wellness Girl. She was in here earlier. Which I think she calls herself the sleep whisperer. She's like, I'm a sleep whisperer. So come in my room so you can fall asleep. It is next level. Rose, how are you? Hello, friend. So yeah, so pay attention. Lighting, sound, as well as your internet connection and your background. Like I said, certain backgrounds, you kind of know what you're experiencing and you know what you're gonna get, and it does make people stop. Coach Chantel, I like your background too, because her background, and it's not super busy. Her background as a yoga instructor is very kind of neat, spacious. You get a good angle of her on the floor when she's doing her yoga poses. You have two different locations, don't you? That you use, Coach Chantel. You use like it's almost like a den, like a space in your. I don't know. I think of a library. It's like a library feel. Like you're in this nice den, and then there's a space that you're outdoors. So it seems like she's using two different spaces, but she is able to have her angle of her camera really nicely positioned, is directed towards her, and you kind of get a full sense of her in the screen, as well as her space that she's using. The sounds of bowls and her voice are so soothing. It is. It is. It's perfect. Perfect. I use my living room and deck when it's warm enough. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so it looks good. It really does look good. It's very inviting. She truly is exemplifying what does a yoga instructor look like and how you can take space and make it very comfortable and inviting. So one of the reasons I'm upgrading the living room is to have more options for videos and lives. Ooh, I like that. Oh, so you're doing is it a full renovation or just a redesign? Are you doing full renovation, like you're changing colors, walls, that type of stuff, or is it just upgrading like some furniture and doing kind of a redesign of the space? Because I know you were in Home Goods. That's what made me think about redesign. Hello, Black Lotus. How are you, friend? Thank you, Nick. NYC Vic. I'm sorry. So thank you so much for the roses. So yeah, so pay attention in your space, and then I'm not. obviously I could talk about, like, if you're new, so drop a heart if you're new and you're like, okay, I'm still trying to figure out this live thing and what to talk about. Because I could talk about that, but I think that to me, and I'll tell you guys this is my take on it. There's a lot of people that stress that you have to start in this very structured way. You gotta know who you're talking to, you gotta know your topic, you gotta know all the details surrounding how you're gonna address your audience and all your scripting. You do your research and how to outline and all this other stuff. I say no, you don't. You don't need to start that structured and disciplined. Because if you're gonna do that, it takes away from just the natural, authentic feel of just showing up in this space. Because you're worried about the notes on the paper. You're worried about what you should say and how you greet people and all the other things. That's stuff that you pick up along the way. You can easily pick that up very quickly, but you don't have to start that way. So if somebody's telling you, "Oh, here's all the things you need to do," I just say, show up, be your authentic self. And then as you talk, as you go through this process of learning what's on the screen and how to engage and how people are showing up in your room, how to welcome them, how to say their names. The names always still get me, y'all. But just know this is something you can pick up along the way because it's going to take some practice. And then you can weave in, okay, what do I need to talk about? Let me have at least 3 to 4 talking points that I want to cover. And then as time goes on, you can expand on that. Just DIY, home improvement, upgrading furniture, etc. Pull it together and look, ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, really, from a design and just a home improvement perspective, you got to do that probably about every decade or so. If you can make space and time and money for that, you should really think about, like, is your look and style stuck in like 2 or 3 decades behind, like from the past. So it's funny. Who was I talking to? Coach Rhonda. Coach Rhonda said, "What is something you want to change?" Is Coach Rhonda in the room? Did she come in this morning? I don't know if she did. Coach Rhonda, did you get in? You did. You said that in your live yesterday. And I jokingly said it, and I was really actually said, I'm here. I really was serious about my comment. Because she said, what's one thing you want to change as you go into the week? I think that's how you phrased it. And I said, I want to change my hairstyle. Because and let me go there, because you guys are probably like, oh, your hair's fine and all this other stuff. And I know it's fine. That's not anything conceited, but it really is. When I think about this hair and this style and what I present on this camera right now, this was the Dr. Lisa from 2015. Literally, 2015. We're in 2025. So for me, it's one of those things like, oh, the little crochets and the other hairstyle and all that. Look, that's a newer version of myself. I understand that. Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, oh, let me get my hair done. So, um, I get it though. It's not who you are becoming and walking into. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I get that entirely. Yes. Yeah. So for me, it's kind of like, okay, this is fine. Don't get me wrong. It's my easy. Let me just pull my hair up, put a little bird's nest type bun or whatever. And that's what I did. That was convenient. That was, what I did just to kind of not low maintenance hairstyle. Pretty simple. This is literally, you guys see the little sticker. It's the puff because this is the look 90% of the time. This is the look when I met you. This is the look when you met me. It is. It is. And so if I'm evolving in this space, if I'm becoming this new version of myself, because we transform all the time, we know this. And so if I'm becoming this new version of myself, then I need to feel that both inwardly and outwardly as well. And so that's when she made that comment, I was joking about it. I was like, yeah, I need to change my hairstyle. So I need to change my look. And really, presenting that in that space as well. So that's what that comment was for. But again, as you do this, you evolve, you grow, you get better. So you say, yes, it is. But it's also a process, and I get that too. So it's not something you do overnight. So if I talk about practice makes progress, you improve, you get better, you get stronger, you feel confident in your ability to show up every day and know how to engage your audience, all that plays into it as well. I consider it, hold on one second. You said, I consider it showing my community that I care. It's modeling self-care love. It is. It is. It is. All of us, thank you so much, Coach Jessie. I see you. Appreciate you. The pumpkin pie. That's a new one. What's that? The pumpkin latte. Oh, look at TikTok. Nice. I like that. The pumpkin latte. Okay, this is fall. This is the fall season. Look at there. I love it. Thank you so much, Fred. So, yeah, so think about those type of things too. So if we're talking about your setup, if we're talking about all the things that you're doing to present here, you don't have to work. You don't have to be a person that's so uh, for lack of a better word, I'm trying to think about just being consumed with your appearance that you can't show up. Okay, not that it's a vanity thing or anything like that. Sometimes you're like, oh, I can't show up because I'm in my baseball cap. Oh, I can't show up because I didn't get my nails done because y'all, I'm a nail biter. My nails do need to get done. I acknowledge that, but I was like, well, I'm gonna show up, and if I have to hold my phone and y'all see my little nails, it is what it is. Okay, but again, that oftentimes that will stop people from making forward progress, because they're so consumed with the things that maybe aren't as significant. Not that they're insignificant, but not as significant. Recognize that too. If that's something that's kind of holding you back, like I can't show up because of this factor, then I would say reevaluate that factor. Like what is it about that? Yes, we want someone different as we grow. Hairstyles, new clothing with a new version. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like you don't wear clothes from 2, 3 decades ago. There may be your comfy pants and stuff like that, but we evolve in our look and our style and all the things. So, um, you said I'm a Glamonite affiliate doc. What does that mean? Is that actual? Is that a glam business? Let me know. I don't know what that is. I'm a nail biter too. I'm a nail biter. Yeah, I'm a nail biter. It's been my vice, and it's funny. Both my kids, I look at them, like, get your nails on, get your fingers on your head mouth, get your fingers on your mouth, because I'm like, it's like, what's the big deal? It's like, I know what it's like to be a nail biter. Press on nails. Okay, it's press on nails. Okay, yes, I could do press on nails. I should probably do press on nails. They don't stay long because I'm a nail biter. so, so the only thing that really has been best for me is the SNS. Is that it? SNS dip, the dip powder. And I know there's some issues with it, but that's been the best thing, even more so than just getting acrylics. That's been the best that I've ever had in terms of my nail. But the press ons don't stay long. That's why I need the SNS dip. I spend like 2 hours putting press ons on, and then they off by the next day. I'm like, oh Lord. So that's my own compulsion. I gotta figure that out. I probably at this point I'm not. It is what it is. I live with it at this point. But that's just my own little thing. You said I have littles. What's littles? What's littles? The little nails too. Is that the nail short nails? Good morning, Trisha T. How are you? Good morning, friends. I appreciate everybody being here. You said babies. Okay, that's okay. Yes, that is different too. You got to make sure you have short nails for them too. Yeah, me too. I feel so seen in this room. Professional women who bite their nails. You feel so seen. Yes, yes. We probably need a whole nother community for that. Professional women that bite their nails. Yes, and I feel better when I see them done. I probably should spend some time to get them done. But like I said, I just need to make the time. And then there's times in my life where I don't get them done because first of all, I can't keep it up. But second of all, it's inconvenient because I'm so used to like typing and pulling my hair up and not having to dig out the little gel or solution or whatever in my nails, and just little things that kind of annoy me, which leads to me taking the nails off and biting them and all this other stuff because it's like, okay, it's time to go. So that is the thing about it. So those who are nail biters, we can have a whole conversation about it. Oh, TikTok filters somebody. Yes, just need a break from them. Yes, that's it. Yep, yeah. So all that plays into my issues with nails, but it is what it is, y'all. So y'all heard it from me. I get the nails. I understand it. And at some point, we'll see. Y'all, when I get them done, y'all be like, oh, Don, you got your nails done. I'll be all on the screen like, look at my nails. All right, friends. Appreciate you all being here. Let me know if there's okay. Okay, Coach, you got this. I got this. The nails. Thank you, friends. I appreciate y'all. Okay, so my daughter yelled at me all the time about the nails. Yeah, yeah, my kids do too as well. Yep. So, okay, so here's a couple things we're going to talk about real quick. So, let me recap. I started this live off talking about the shopping cart. Okay, so Coach Rhonda, it was really because I know we talked yesterday in your live, and you were like, "Okay, I know you talk about this, but what should I see? What's happening?" Now, where I started with this conversation is, to your point, shopping ranking is up there, and honestly, I think that's new because I ain't seen that before. So, I don't think that was up there. But Coach Jesse, I know you go live all the time. Is that always there? Has that always been there when you turn on the shopping bag? Let me know if you know if it's always been there, because I haven't paid attention to it, to be honest with you. And it could have been something that was always there and I just hadn't observed it. But I think that is, you said yes. Y'all said yes. But I think that is a great indicator that you are doing a shoppable live. Okay? So if you see that there, then obviously your shopping cart is on and you're doing a shoppable live. Okay? So that's first thing. So that's a great little cue and indicator that you're you're on the TikTok shop streets. Okay, so you are doing that. You're gonna get some more traffic, or your traffic will go up and down because people are coming to see what you have to offer. Okay, so that's part of it. I get it now that you're talking to me though. While I was live, did go live this morning. Oh, did you? How was it? I know you were experimenting with a morning live. Was it pretty good? Hey pals, thank you so much, friend. Um, and then the other thing I said is that your shopping bag is there. However, and I'll show you guys over here, your shopping bag is there. It's like a little grayed out symbol. You don't see anything. There's no number. There's nothing as a live host to know beyond just having a little shopping bag. But for your viewers, they see that. They see the shopping bag and a number. Okay? So your viewers see that clearly. So when it comes to doing your shop, um, you have to just be mindful of, if your shopping cart is activated, there's going to be a red push pin in that cart, meaning that you have a product pinned, and you may not see that product pinned. You may not see it pinned. Typically, you could X out or whatever the case may be, X out or unpin it. I think those are the two options. But your viewers see that pin product. They see that they can purchase. They see the whatever promotions are with that product. They see that clearly. Okay. So let's do this real quick, and I'll talk about maybe the charger cord. Well, you know what? I'll do neural gum. So I'm gonna pin it real quick so you guys see. So it's pinned on my screen. There's a red push pin in the shopping cart. If you ever see a red push pin, that means something is pinned on your page because your viewers have it pinned on their page. You see that? They have it pinned on their page. And they actually also see like any coupons. Those are the coupons. They actually see that. Now in my live, I don't see that coupon symbol up there. I don't see it. It's nothing there for me. But for your viewers, they see it. They see coupons they can claim, and then they see the product and they see buy, they see that this is a fall deal. So they see that information. Okay. So again, I'm saying this because I want you guys to be comfortable and aware of turning on your shopping cart. How you doing, Judy? Turning on your shopping cart, being very intentional about how you can use it, but you gotta be careful about showing the product too. I should have showed this product. So here's the product. So you got to show the product because I have it pinned. So the neural gum is there. You guys will see. This is my little caffeine gum. This is my little boost. I love the flavor. I like the cinnamon flavor. It reminds me of that old school cinnamon gum that you would get all the time. And so I love that about it. And it does give you that little burst of energy too because of the caffeine in it. So, and then it's a caffeine, the mental clarity, all that stuff. So I am a gum chewer just like I'm a nail biter, y'all. So those are my two things I love to do. And so it helps me with not biting my nails because I got the gum in the mouth. So that's part of it as well. But you got to show the product. So you'll see me holding this up, showing the product, making sure that it's visible, making sure that the AI knows that I know that I'm supposed to be promoting this particular product as I have it pinned on the screen. Okay. And so I'm going to show you something. So right now, you guys don't see my view, but there's a little X and I can just exit off the screen. So this is my product one. I can exit off the screen. But guess what? I still have this product with the push pin. The red push pin is in that shopping bag. Because I have on this pink shirt, it's kind of blurry. So if I see it and I see that red push pin on there, then I need to know mentally that that product is still showing up pinned for my viewers. Anybody not see the pinned product about the gum on the screen right now? Let me know if you don't see it. But most of you should have it there unless you decide to exit off the screen and not see it on the screen. But recognize it is technically there pinned. Okay? So I'm showing the product because I know it's pinned. I can put this product down, and if I talk too long without showing this product, TikTok will give me a violation. Okay? Because it's pinned on the screen. So I should be talking about this product and not some other product. Okay? So keep that in mind. I'm gonna unpin it fully so that I don't get in trouble with TikTok. Um, so now the push pin is gone. So that's I miss Jessie, a nail biter and a coffee drinker. Yeah. And a gum chewer. I'm all three of those things. Coffee drinker, gum chewer, and nail biter. I love the option just pin products during our lives. Yeah, yeah. Again, we're how you do it, Adrian? Because we are in quarter four, the last quarter of the year. This is the big shopping season. I said earlier, you see all the other competitors, they have shopping deals going on right now, all of them. If you cut on your television, network television, you are going to see somebody's commercial. Okay, and so TikTok is no different. TikTok also has its deals running. So we're in the fall deals right now. It was good. Morning inspiration. I had the book I was using in my cart. Okay, there. Perfect, perfect. That's it. You have it in your cart. You're able to talk about it. Yes. And then pin it on the screen and share it with them. Hey, here's the book that we've been talking about. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so you wanna leverage the TikTok shop this particular time frame. Leverage TikTok shop. It gives you a little bit more visibility. Ideally, you get the TikTok shop folks that will come through to your live and engage, and so that they are also um, ideally interested in your topic because you're then sharing with them um, a product, but maybe information about your live stream, and they're able to connect the dots, or you're able to connect the dots to them by saying, okay, we talked about this book, the book is in my cart, or I talked about the importance of lighting. Now you can get the clip light that's in my shopping cart. And then what I shared earlier is that everybody, this is a newer feature because I didn't see this. I'm gonna say I didn't see it. I'm gonna say this is like July new, maybe August. But Coach Jesse, tell me if I'm wrong, or anybody else. When you click the live host profile, that showcase was not there before. Isn't that fairly new? I think I want to say maybe even the month of September they launched it. It seems fairly new to me. Maybe I was overlooking it, but I don't believe that was there before. Let me know if anybody knows in the room. You said new. Yep. Yeah, so it was not there. So now you can talk about the products in your showcase. So for me, I only have 4 products there. But if you click my profile up here and then click my showcase, you see all of my products that I have listed. Okay? And so not all of them came into the live today, but there's a whole showcase full of products. And what I will tell you is that you can always, whether it's a shoppable live or not, you can always point people to your showcase and say, hey, did you know if you're looking for this product, go ahead and click my showcase. It's in there. That's what I did with Trisha T. When she had her Japanese fryer, she was using it on the stove. She wasn't able to put it in her shopping cart. I'm not sure why that happened, but she wasn't able to pin it. but she was able to still tell people it was in her showcase, and that I went to her showcase and I purchased from there. Additionally, focus on increasing live hours, viewers, engagement this week. Look at you. That's awesome. Awesome. I love that. Setting your goals. Set your goals, friends. You gotta set your goals. For me, hey Flourish, how you doing? For me, setting goals really does mean being able to think about my goals for the entire year. So what does that mean? To increase my overall followers and then obviously engagement. So I'm trying to build my community, but I'm trying to get there and I want to be intentional about that growth. So really trying my best to be a little bit more focused on content engagement outside the live, post content, and then engagement within the live or in other lives too. So did you see my number? Did I see your number? Hold on one second. Flourish. Um, you had a pretty good live. You had 33 new followers, according to what I'm seeing here. You did good, friend. That's awesome. Is that what you're talking about, Flourish? Your new follower account? You did good. You did really good. Um, TikTok Shop made a lot of changes. Yes, ma'am. Look at you. Great work. Look at you. Yeah, you had a lot of views on that live too. Nice, nice. I love it. You say yes, ma'am. So, are you doing any campaigns? Let me know if you're doing any campaigns or did you, I think you took a break, but let me know if that's the case. Yeah, so congratulations. That's the beauty of it. You guys, obviously depending on what's happening in your live and who, um, 2.5K came through. Yep, and held 70 in the room for over 15 minutes. Nice, nice. That was a good live. Now, is this the live that's based on the new schedule? I think it is because I don't think you did Tuesdays mornings. I think this is a new schedule this week, isn't it? So Flourish is playing around with a different live stream schedule. Yes, ma'am. Yep. So she's playing around with a new live stream schedule to balance things for her. She's looking at balance. She's looking at ways to make it make sense for her live in general because she does a lot of prep before the live, and then she's selling the products. So visibility matters as well as making sure that she's getting those customers. And TikTok loved it. Did they? They said TikTok loved your new schedule. You're so funny. TikTok loved it. All right, Leanne. Hello, friend. I'm 60 in sales. Look at you. That was awesome. That was a good day. You said TikTok loved it, and I loved it too. That's awesome, friend. That's what it's all about. Keep it up. Keep it up. So yeah. So yeah. Think about that. I often tell you guys. Okay, pop-ups are fine. And Flourish hadn't changed her schedule. I don't think you had changed your schedule really at all, have you? So this is kind of a new thing. So she's been going, officially started late June. And then, so she's been going May, August, September. So 3 months, essentially. And has made this decision to switch her time since, not since July. Okay, you've been that way since July. Gotcha, that schedule. So that makes sense. She's given it definitely some months, some time to kind of take it all in and absorb. And then she's like, okay, now it's time for me to make a shift, kind of think differently about my schedule. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So keep it up and let's stay the course at least a month or two. And then if you need to change in the new year, I think that's probably not a bad idea also. All right, friends. All right. Let me know if there's any questions. Like I said, this became more of a TikTok shoppable conversation. I just wanted to make sure you guys were leveraging the shopping cart, but also for my own live stream too. I'm like, okay, well, let me turn on the shopping cart and see what happens. Not planning on changing until spring. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That's good. So I think there's something to be said with letting things kind of marinate. Okay. Oftentimes we're impatient. We want the instant gratification. We want to make sure we're moving things forward. Thank you for the stickers, friend. But sometimes you gotta let it marinate a little bit and let TikTok kind of get a sense of what you're doing, what your topic's about, who you're talking to, and then ultimately, it'll push people into your life, but you got to be patient with that process too. So her change was actually not a drastic change. I'll say that too. It's very subtle because she was already going in the mornings 3 days a week. So she added two, and then she removed, I think, some evening times that she was currently going live. And so that adjustment made sense. It's like, okay, let me just stay in the mornings. I'm gonna go over the morning time, and then I'm gonna switch my evenings out. Doc, had you heard of Gold Hour campaign? I think I'm participating in that one. Yes, mid morning removal. Okay, mid morning removal. Gotcha. That's the one you removed. I think I'm participating in that one. Haliq. Let me check because there was one I picked, and I think that's the one I did. I don't see it though. I don't think I can see it right now because it's showing me some TikTok shop stuff. Um, yeah, I don't think I can see it. I keep getting invited, but being told I'm eligible when I click the invite. Oh, sometimes those campaigns have a requirement based on your follower count. So if you're like, sometimes it's like up to 20K followers. So you got to pay attention to that. And I think that's where the ineligibility comes in. Some of the campaigns are like for people who are like a lower threshold up to 20K. I can't remember what the lower number is. It might be 5K or 10K, but up to 20K. So I've seen that sometimes with certain campaigns, not all, but certain campaigns. So it could be um, a little bit of that going on. Uh, So let me see if I see anything. Yeah, the golden one, I don't see. It's not popping up for me. So I think it's something I have to see after I come off the live. But it has some requirements, and honestly, I have not been paying attention to it. I think I'm supposed to live stream for so many minutes. I think I'm supposed to have multi guest on for so many minutes, and then I think I am supposed to be battling so many wins. I think that's how it goes. And I don't think I've done those three things. I have to go back and look. I think I'm supposed to post some content, put some content out there as well. I haven't done that. So yeah, there's some things I'm supposed to be doing. I had a friend do the gold hour one the last time, and it was offering when it was offered, she made an extra 360. Oh, I need to be doing it. Oh, got it. Too many followers. So it's to engage new live hosts. I think it is. I think it is, but um yeah, I think that's it. I think it's a live host campaign. I would say people who are still potentially trying to increase their follower count, and I think the max is like 20K. So, yeah, the things that you're supposed to get, I can't remember because I'm confusing. You know who I'm confusing? I'm confusing Coach Rhonda's campaign with the Gold Hour one, the Golden Hour one. So I can't remember. So I think it was so many comments in your live. There was some other stuff that was there. I can't remember all the details, but yeah, if you get any information, please like. Okay, yeah. Let me tell you now. Let's see. Oh. Let me see if I can see it. Um, Gold Hour Challenge. Let me see what that one is. Let me see. View rules and details. Um, Gold Hour Challenge. It doesn't give me. Hmm. Yeah, it's cutting off the screen. I can't see. Yeah, I have to look it up. I can't see it. it cuts it off on the screen, so you can't see all the details about it. I was looking at it this morning, but didn't get the chance to flesh out the information. Yes, so all not so all not all so not so all not all hosts get offered the same campaigns. Are there any Are there any you recommend? Um, I have not looked at them enough to say which ones I recommend. I think it is based on not everybody gets every campaign. I know that because I can look at my two accounts. So I can see a difference clearly with this account has certain campaigns offered. The other account has different campaigns or not as many. So it does depend on the camp. It does depend on the person and the account itself. I don't know if it's a difference between this being a business account, that one being personal. I don't think that's the case. I think maybe it's the follower account. Maybe it's just in terms of what they're exposed to and what their topic is about too. The pump and pick one lines up with one of the agency campaigns, if I remember correctly. Oh, for like getting more diamonds. Maybe that's it. The diamond one. That's the pumpkin pick. Pumpkin picking. There's one that says go live season pumpkin picking, and then there's live with the pumpkin patch. There's the gold hour live challenge, and it says my live, my story, my lift off October, and then everything else has ended. Because there was a few campaigns, and that's why I said don't get hung up on not doing them, because some of them are like real quick ones, like last a week. Some of them last the entire month. Some are like 2 weeks. So yeah, you can definitely get through it and finish pretty easily. You could win. So, but yeah, I'm waiting to get this account free so I can sign up for different things on it. Um, so yeah, most of them seem like they're like within a 30-day window. The ones I just listed. All right, friends. So let you guys go. I'm almost at 90 minutes, but um who's going live right now? Flourish, you went live. Anybody else going live right now or later today? Let us know. Thank you for the daily heart. Me appreciate you. We currently have favored four. We have e-nurse. We have retirement with Willow. We have She Will, and Gen X. Astral Gen X is also there. Those are also the live hosts going on right now. Okay, Coach. Thank you so much, NYC Vic. I'm going live later. Ooh, nice, nice. What you cooking? what are you cooking, friend? I'm doing a sub-only live to answer content questions, creation questions. Ooh, nice. Nice. How cute. I love it. That's a good one, friend. Live at 6 p.m. Central with another collaboration with Lisa Bailey. So, yes, Lisa S. Bailey. That's what it is. Lisa S. Bailey. So awesome, friend. I love that. I love that. So, definitely go live. Thank you all for being here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. My friends who have joined and has been with us for a minute, what is it, Honey and Lala and Autism. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all joining the live. Let me know if you have any questions as well. I'm sorry, curry coconut, ginger red snapper. Girl, that sound good. Curry coconut, ginger red snapper. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, that sound good. All right, friend. You gonna make me go get you some Jamaican food. Business and finance coaching. That's what y'all talking about. Business and finance coaching. That's great. And I think Lisa says she does insurance as well. I think that's her other specialty. I was wondering what to make my husband for his birthday dinner. That sounds good. So good, don't it? Don't it? Oh gosh. he said it's delicious. I know it is. So thank you for sharing. I don't know what to say about that. We got to get our own, y'all. We got to get our own. Okay. As much as we want to dive in, we got to find our own and make it ourselves, or have somebody make it for us. Thank you so much. Hey, Doc, how are you, friend? Doc Eunice, how are you, friend? How's everything going? We got to get you to go live again, friend. Appreciate you coming through. Can you can use lobster as well? Oh, that sounds delicious. Oh wow. All right, I'm interested. You got me intrigued. Are you doing a whole snapper? You said I'm swamped. I know, friend. It's you got to figure out how to fit it in, but it is a lot. If a chef says their food is delicious, you know it is. I know. You said you know it's fire. I love it. You said it's so good. um, let me let me say this. So, are you your snapper is head on? Because I'm thinking of like Jamaican type snappers with the head and the eye still on, which is fine. I mean, I'm okay with eating it any kind of way. I eat fish, so I love that. I was thinking of jumbo shrimp and lobster. Ooh, that sounds good with the curry coconut ginger. Curry coconut ginger. I have to say that faster. Coconut ginger red snapper. And you would say with shrimp and or lobster. Ooh, that sounds good. Y'all, that's the type of food I like. I love that type of Caribbean fresh fish type and seafood dishes. So that's my thing, y'all. I love it. That's the one thing with living in Florida, you can get those type of dishes most places, or a lot of places. Maybe I should say that, a lot of places, but not everybody does it the same. And I really, when I came here, I really got into like crab, like blue crab. It's, Chicago, you can get snow crab or king crab, but it's not the same. Here, you can get it. And then obviously up in like Maine and places like that, but here you get it. And it's like so good. Libra season means so much work for me in the kitchen, does it? That's what's happening. Your birthdays, the birthdays in your household. Is that what's going on your family with birthdays? Mine is Virgos. I have the Virgo season. Yeah, so I have to deal with my Virgos. My three Virgos in the house, and yeah, and so I'm okay with it because my birthday comes right before theirs. so so I feel like I was like, okay, y'all celebrated me, now I'll do right by y'all. But if I don't get celebrated, I don't know what I'm gonna do for y'all. So yeah, you said quick question for you. If you mute a viewer, are they told they're muted? I don't know the answer. I know if you block them, they're told they're blocked. I do believe if you're muted, it does say muted for you. I do believe you know it. But tell me, anybody been muted before? Anybody in the room? Do you know if you're muted? I just muted somebody last night. Did you? You didn't block them? I usually mute and block them so they get muted and kicked out. Really, I have 2 Libras in the household, plus my mom and 3 sisters. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, my gosh, Holly Q. What in the world? Wow, mom and 3 sisters. Wow. No, I mean, I have a couple Virgo extended family now that I think about it, but that's a lot. I was muted because, hey, TikTok Trish, how you doing? Because they didn't understand what I meant. So what happened? Did you know you were muted? I'm a Libra expert. You are. You are. TikTok Trish, did you know you were muted? Thank you for joining the room, and thank you for that daily art me. Let me know if you knew it. Was there an announcement? Yes, I knew I was muted. Well, okay, let me ask this. Did you know because there was an indicator, or was it like, oh, I can't type anything? Like, it's not going through. Like, what happens? And I couldn't explain what I meant because I couldn't comment anymore. Oh, okay. So what was the indicator? Was it something that just popped up on the screen or in the chat that said you were muted? It said I was muted and could not comment any longer. Oh, wow. Okay. In the chat. There we go. Flores, did you get your answer, friend? Let me know if you're still here. There you go, friend. They know. They know. It's no secret. You are muted. So, yeah. I haven't had, like I said, I haven't had muted or block that I'm aware of. I'm here, got it. I was about to say muted. Mute me. Tell me. Okay, you know what? I'll mute you. Let's test it out so you can see it for yourself. Let's see. I'm gonna mute you now. So there's 2 ways to do it. You could click the person's photo, There's three lines in the top. When you see their profile, there's three lines there, or you could click their words. Scroll down, you see muted. So I'm clicking muted for you right now. So you've been muted. It says, for me, it says you muted Flourish. It said it for me. Their TikTok. TikTok being messy. TikTok being messy. So you are muted. And let me go back. Oh, wait a minute. You're muted and gone. Wait a minute. Let me unmute Flourish. Where's Flourish? Let's see. Okay, now I'm unmuting you. Now you can talk. You are muted now. So put something in the chat to tell me you're still here. Because it took your words away. It took your words away. Okay, I see where you like me. So yeah, so you're there. I had to go back up when you joined the live to kind of find your picture and unmute you that way. Because it took your comment away. So it was a little bit of a test to see where you were at again. So yeah, TikTok is a little bit messy. Hey J Money, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. You said access denied. Yeah, I didn't block. Now block means that you're gone. You could report people too. You could report them. But yeah, if you block, I usually do mute and block. Deep to nature. Thank you to so much for deep into nature. I think that's it. Morning Doc in the room. Hello. Messy boots. Yes, yes. TikTok is a little messy, y'all. TikTok says, look here, we're very transparent. There is no guessing. Here's what just happened to you. so you know quite clearly there is no mistake. They mute and blocked you. Okay. All right, friends. I'm gonna head out. If you try to type something, the banner pops back up, reminding you that you were muted. Oh, okay. Okay. When my life is over, my mouth is almost always opened. Is there something different I can do? You're talking about in terms of just drinking, like being able to drink some water or what? Smile. All right. Will you is that what you meant? Like if so my coffee cup is right here. So if I drink my coffee, are you thinking like that? You're saying open like when you're talking. What? I missed that. Like when my live end. Yeah. I don't know. Drink some water. Maybe just make sure that you're fine physically. It is a lot of talking. It is. Don't get me wrong. You're talking. You are a live host. You're on the screen sharing information, laughing, joking. So it's a lot. Not liking how your video ends. Oh, is that what it is? She doesn't like how our video ends at the end? Well, let me see. Well, what I would say, any growth on TikTok is admirable because of all the rules. Gaining just one new follower is a big deal on here. That's true. Right. Okay. So you don't like the way your video ends. So here's what I tell people. You should look at your recordings. You should look at your recordings and see what is it about what you're doing that you don't like to do anymore. You don't want to do anymore. So for me, I jokingly say I used to talk with my hands all the time, and I still kind of do. Don't get me wrong, but now I'm better because I was looking at those recordings, or I would look at the clips, and I was talking with my hands so much I didn't have a good clip because my hands was always in my face. And I said, someone jokingly said, am I doing sign language, American Sign Language? I was like, no, I'm not. So my hands were flinging all the time. So now I try to minimize the talking with my hands. I put my hands lower. I put them on the table. I lean in. I'll do my hand heart. That was something I came back with. So I was like, well, if I'm going to talk with my hands, let me do something. And so I would do that. I had that effect in particular. But if there's something you're doing, you're like, ooh, I need to stop that. Like, what is that? Like, why am I ending my live with my, like, And so you probably just need to figure that out and just say, okay, once I end my live, I'm gonna always like do a closed mouth smile or something like this, like, something else, like practice that behavior. And Yeah, see what it is that you're doing. We all do something. I mean, I'm just gonna say that. I always smile while pushing the button. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you could easily just like, okay, bye bye, y'all. I have to stop pulling my hair. I'm a practice. Halakir, you might have to do the updos because you ain't gonna be way up here all the time. You have to do the updos. You know what? When I have the hair down, I find myself pulling at it too. I do. It is a thing. I get it. So I do the same thing. When that hair's down, I'm like, yeah, y'all. And then my hair, especially as it got older, it got tangly. So I was like running my fingers through it. So, hello, Nicole. Thank you so much for joining the live room. True, I'm gonna bring back the puff. But yeah, it'll definitely stop because I know how it is. You're talking, you're like, oh, yeah, yeah, really? And I'm flinging in the hair and stuff. So I said my crew was gonna start a drinking game with every time I hit the plants off my head. What is that? The hanging plants? They hit you in the head. Yeah, so definitely go back and look at y'all recordings, friends. You say yes, ma'am. And they looking at you, they're like, she about to hit her head in that plant again. She about to hit that plant. Oh, hello, friend. Look at all these ideas and brainstorming best creator network on the app. Thank you. Yeah, so no, but seriously, look at your recording and see if there's something going on. Now, Flourish, I don't know if you could do anything about your hanging plants. I mean, you might be able to move some around, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, friend. So maybe you could change your position a little bit, but I don't think that's even possible. So you might have to just deal with it. But our own little, things that we do, those little compulsions or habits that we have going on, we could do that. I know, like I said, the hair when it's down here, and then I find myself, because I don't like, which is also why the updo happens, I don't like hair on my neck. So when I have the hair down and I have the hair in, that actually is annoying as heck to me. So you'll find me do this a lot, and I'm like pulling my neck, I'm doing this because it's the hair on my neck. My neck feels like ugh. So I'll do that. And I noticed that my recording says, oh, I'm pulling my neck. I'm doing that little antic. And so it's because of the hairs on my neck. That's why. And at one point I had like felt a little irritated too. And I was like, ugh. So I caught myself doing that. But again, I know what it is, but I would have to change that. And obviously I haven't, pulled up today. I will try and change what I'm doing. There we go, friend. That's it. You just got to look at the recording if there's anything else that you're doing. And like I said, get into the habit of like ending the live and same. I wear my nails in the puff all up. I wear my hair on the puff all day, and I can't stand the hair on your neck. Yeah, it gets overheated. Yes, yes, we're in that season of life too. The hair down like that. So I've been delaying it. I was gonna do my hair, so I am. I just have to find the time. I'm gonna do it. I said I was gonna do it, so I'll be a little bit more intentional about it. But it's not something I'm truly looking forward to. It's the new me, but it's still kind of like, oh, the new me is a little high maintenance, y'all. There is a trade off. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for popping in. You guys are awesome. So I will be back today at 4 p.m. Eastern. So it's 12 noon now. I'll be back at 4. You said, I hear you, Doc. You said ditto, huh? I'll be back at 4. So appreciate everybody here. If there's something in particular, oh, thank you for that daily heart. Me, I appreciate your friend. Have a great day. Yes, that's why my braids are. Oh, I love your braids too. Did I say that in the chat the other day? I think I did. Um, that's why my braids are my best friend. Yes, those are super cute on you. I love them. I love that. Oh, Water Girl Raw. How are you, friend? How's everything going? You popped in right when I was about to leave. Oh, wow. Good to see you. Hey, hey. How's everything going? with your live journey. I don't think I've seen you in a while. I can't escape my braids. Your braids are cute too. I like Coach Rhonda. That's super cute. Just dropping some love. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna figure it out, y'all. I'm gonna do it. I gotta do my little work. Yeah. You said I love your braids. Yeah, they're super cute. Yeah. All right, friends. I will see y'all later. I'm gonna be back at 4. Thank you for that daily heart. Me, I appreciate you coming through. We'll be back at 4 o'clock. So I'll see you guys later. And if you need anything, you reach level 17 with that too. Awesome. If you need anything, let me know. And we'll get to talking and chatting all things TikTok this afternoon for you all too. All right. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. All right. Thank you so much. See you guys.